So a little footwork lesson for everybody here. Blue flat, just got my pyjamas on because I just want to show you the sort of thing I was working on. But basically, just working on my footwork here. Only 1-2s and just sort of practicing going forwards and back. You know, keeping the sort of punches going, keep yourself in good footwork position, not doing this, not stepping forward, you know, not rotating across the legs. It was keeping my feet nice distance apart, you know, trying to throw punches. And then I was doing that. And I was like, how do I make sure that I don't do things wrong? So one of the key rules is you always have to be in a position to punch or dodge or just do anything. So, you know, you do something like this, you're stretched and you're compromised, I can't move from here. You know, you do something like this, I'm compromised, I can't throw a punch properly and I can't move. You know, you cross your legs, again, compromised, I can't really do anything. So, the best way to do that, to understand if you're going to do that, is when you're working on your footwork. It's so easy if you're just throwing singular punches like this, or even little combinations, to accidentally get away with momentarily slipping up and fixing yourself and you don't even realise you've done it. Now if you constantly throw punches like this, you almost can't do that, because now if I'm constantly throwing punches and working on my footwork, it's alternating constantly, and then I do something like that, immediately, because I've thrown me right off it, you can see it knocks us off balance. And I'm so aware of that because I've had to throw a punch as well, that I'm like, oh, I can't get back in position fast. Equally, if I do this and I go forward, again, I realise, like you almost realise straight away, because then when you go to throw the left, alternating, I end up in such a strange position, and it really drills home in your head that, oh yeah, that's why I can't do that, because if I'm throwing my punches and I'm moving around, and then I do something like that, now I can't throw my other punch. Or, you know, I mean, you could duck all the time like this and get the same idea, you know, constantly ducking, and then, oh, no, I can't duck this right now. But that's silly because, you know, that's a lot of energy. It's much easier to just throttle the punches, work on your footwork, and as soon as you do something wrong, you know, you should be able to even just pivot and keep your punches going, you know. If you over pivot or just do something silly, you immediately realise when you're going to throw the left or the right, whichever has the alternating side, you know. It made it really realise because it just knocked you off. Whereas if I don't do that, if I just do this, I can get away with it, you see, and I don't even realise I've done it, see. So just try that, just try constantly punching like this and working on your footwork at the same time, and I think you'll find that it's much easier to get into a realistic flow where you're not doing silly things, you're not jumping really far with your legs, you're keeping your legs under yourself, nice and balanced, and you get into this nice flow. Give that a go.